when you cook a brisket, what are your thoughts between wrapping them in foil, butcher paper, or just no wrap?
If you're going for a Texas brisket and you want to preserve your bark, but you still want to wrap it up, butcher paper is the absolute way to go. I love wrapping up a brisket in butcher paper. It works fantastic, and your crust still stays really good. If you want the most tender brisket, catch all your au jus, that cooks all the drippings that cook out, you want to wrap them full, and that's what you see in contests.
But you do sacrifice
some of the bark, which it depends on what style you're going for. And then naked brisket is just a no wrap.
Yeah.
So I've done that. There's nothing wrong with that either. You do get drying out of the edges a little bit. It's going to, cook a little bit more uneven, but it's still really good. I mean, I just use that as true burn ends. Like wherever the edges are not right. I mean, that's what they are. Those edges on the brisket are really your true, those little corners and the stuff that people are trying to protect with the boats or with wrapping and all that. You're not getting those true burnt edges, which are the ends. It's not cubed up point. A real brisket restaurant, they would never waste the point cubing it up for burnt ends.
Welcome to Malcolm Reed's How to Barbecue Right, a podcast where we talk about barbecue, share recipes, and discuss all things delicious. And now, here's your host, Malcolm and Rochelle Reed.
Hey, welcome back to the How to Barbecue Right podcast. I'm your host, Malcolm Reed, and I'm joined by my lovely, talented wife, Miss Southern Shell. We got Tyler over here on the board. Folks, what's happening today?
Not much.
Not much. It's another September week.
Yeah, gearing up for another weekend of football.
That's right. It's going to be a good weekend. How'd you do in your picks?
I am like midway.
I made a little climb.
Yeah, you made a big climb.
I did a little better than I did last week. I think I got 11 points this week, so that's pretty good.
Let me pull up who's number one in our...
Yeah, we got to give number one a shout out.
Yeah, I came in, or I think I got 9 points. I definitely climbed a few.
Week. It's better than 50.
I have a running theory because Michael is right next to Shell. So I was like, either y'all are picking the same picks every week, or if he's smart, he does the opposite of what you do.
Maybe that's what he's doing. Yeah, y'all are tit for tat. Like right at 50%. Aren't you around 50 or something like that?
Yeah, I was at
Pretty
50%.
Good.
Well, I was at 50% before Monday night's game. I don't know what my percentage is now. Corey R. He got a total of 23 points. 23 wins and 8 losses. That's impressive.
Yeah, let me see where I'm at overall. Like, I got to look real fast just to tell you how many points I got. How many does he have? Total points is 23. All right.
There's somebody's named Who's Your Diddy.
Where does it tell me my total points? Standings. Let's go to that one.
Boss Hog, is that you?
It's got my average. Yeah, I got 18 points.
Yeah, you're number 30.
Yeah. Oh, he's got 23. So I'm 5 off. That ain't too bad. I can make up some ground, hopefully.
I think the spread, the more weeks that go on, will get greater and greater. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm horrible at the pro spread. I did hit both those Monday night games. I lost the Vikings. Like, man, we're in bad trouble. The Vikings aren't going to have a good season.
Bet you wish you had that quarterback you were trying to get rid of last year. What was his name?
What was his name? Sam?
Darnold?
Yeah. I don't know about that.
So I'm 49th and Michael's 48th. But we had a 17-14. We both had 17 wins, 14 losses.
It's crazy.
We went to the football game last Saturday night. It's a pretty good game. See, Ole Miss has got me worried too, though. They don't have any defense. It's gonna be a long year if you're Vikings and an Ole Miss Rebel fan.
It was a good game.
It was a good game. They won. They pulled it out barely. I was nervous. Like when Arkansas got the ball and they had that last possession to drive down. If it hadn't been for that fumble, I was like, and I think everybody kind of felt that way, that they were fixing to score.
They were.
They got a good quarterback. Hogs got a good quarterback.
The ending of that game reminded me of the ending of the state game the first week a little bit.
Yeah. What? Oh, you felt like Mississippi State was going to lose or something?
Well, the other team was charging. There was a turnover.
That wasn't the first week. That was the Arizona State. That was the second week, wasn't it?
No, that was first week.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they ended up pulling that one out with a Hail Mary, I guess. I don't know, was that a Hail Mary? Just a wide open receiver slanting across and scoring a touchdown.
I wouldn't call it a Hail Mary.
Yeah. It was just a desperation throw.
I will say that the food at Mississippi State's sports arenas are way better than the food at Ole Miss sports arena.
It wasn't that good, was it? I mean, I didn't buy any concessions, but I had some club food, and it was subpar. I'll just say that.
Did y'all try the white chicken?
No,
we didn't
we didn't make it to that.
It was so crowded, like unbelievably crowded. I mean, Ole Miss couldn't have asked for a better turnout, and people stayed for the whole game. You know, they're notorious about fans leaving. Going back to the Grove to parties, that's where all the action is. And we walked through there when we first got there and hung out a few minutes, but then we went on to the stadium, and it took us an hour just to get like from the parking garage back to the highway to get out of Oxford. And then it was another hour to get home from there. So it was a pretty long day.
Wow.
But it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
I love watching baseball and I love watching basketball live. Those are way more fun to see live. Football, I'd rather watch on my couch at home.
Just because of the replay aspect, get to see more and keep up with it. Yeah, I could see that. I mean,
and the crowd and
I don't know. I like the overview. I mean, I like being able to see the play develop. I feel like you can do that when you're at the game. If you got good seats, you can kind of see the whole field and see how things happen. You do lose a lot of it, but I'm with you. Baseball's fun live.
Yeah. Basketball's real fun live.
Mm-hmm. Basketball's fun live too.
Electric.
Yeah, electric. You don't get that at home.
But who we got? Oh, we got Tulane this week. And it's not a gimme. Tulane is not a gimme for the Rebels.
Let me pull this up. So, you know how you had a thing going where you were going to make a recipe for the opposite team?
Yeah.
Not that you actually did it, but you were going to talk about it.
Hypothetical.
So I asked ChatGPT, what's a good recipe for Tulane football?
What was it?
They came up with the Cajun shrimp po' boy sliders.
Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, that's real good. Like with the barbecue shrimp.
They recommend blackened.
Yeah, I can see it.
On King's Hawaiian roll with lettuce, tomato, pickles, and remoulade.
I was just, you know how you make the little buttery sauce to go on a slider? It's like butter with sugar.
Yeah.
That barbecue shrimp sauce has got so much butter in it. It would go really good on the bread baked in.
I like that barbecue shrimp sliders. I like that idea even better.
I felt like this one was more of a drink.
Yeah.
I needed to make the Tulane green wave. And I did a drink a long time ago. I think it was for a St. Patrick's Day, but it was a really good drink, and it would go perfect for this. It's
you called it a blue wave.
Or green wave.
Or green wave, yeah.
It just got me thinking about the green wave, because that's what they are, Tulane green wave. I said, well, that sounds like a cocktail. It don't sound like a dish. But I was thinking Jameson and pineapple. This is my take on like a green drink, but it's Jameson Irish whiskey with pineapple juice, and then blue curacao, and then top it off with Sprite. Super easy, but man, it's a good drink.
I know Jameson, pineapple, and a touch of Sprite or club soda is really good.
It's kind of like that Boudin special.
Yeah.
Where you use bourbon. And I think they use ginger ale instead of Sprite. But same concept. The pineapple cuts it a little bit, and it just makes it a really good drink.
But me and one of my friends were doing the Boudin special, but all he had was Jameson.
That's how you got on that?
Yeah. And I was like, I think this might even be better.
It's pretty good. It's really good.
They also recommended an andouille sausage bites.
So
with a Creole mustard glaze. You just grill some andouille, cut it into bite-sized coins, and then glaze it with
a little mustard glaze,
Creole mustard, honey, and hot sauce.
I bet I've never tried that.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Sounds good.
And then I asked about Mississippi State is playing Northern Illinois this weekend.
What did they suggest?
I
know nothing. I don't know anything about Northern Illinois.
I know.
It's close to Chicago. That's
smoked pork chop sliders.
Yeah. Yeah, I can go with that.
And a sweet corn dip.
Yeah. Sweet corn dip sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of corn dip. Oh, I saw someone posted one.
It was a lotte.
Yes, a lotte corn. It's kind of like hot street corn or whatever. It looked really good. I said I bet you that would be fantastic.
Because my problem with corn dip is a lot of times it doesn't have the level of flavor I like. It can be a little bland, but that one looked like it was packed full of flavor. I
don't notice that they posted the recipe, but I can imagine it's got, green chilies and cream cheese and all the good stuff in
cilantro.
It with the lotte sauces that make it so good. A lot of that cotija cheese and
a lot of
lime squeezed over it.
A lot of grande gringo.
Some kind of mayo, probably some blue plate in it, of course, or sour cream.
Oh, where's my blue plate sign? Y'all take it down.
It's standing over there. Yeah, you got to put that back up. Yeah, folks got to know what you're all about. about that plate. Shell's about that plate.
So last week you talked about the caveman ribeye.
Yeah.
And David in the community shared a video of Steve Reichling.
Oh, well, that's got to be a classic. He's been doing it a long time.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
what did he do? Tell me about how he did. I didn't see that in the community.
So my concern was that you couldn't do it with a thick steak. You'd have to do it with thick steak, but he took a 2-inch T-bone steak. So
that's super thick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big old steaks. Season them with just coarse salt and pepper. I probably would skip the pepper till the end.
Just so it don't burn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he did coarse salt and pepper, pretty good bit. He said you have to use natural lump charcoal.
So would Royal Oak suffice for that?
Heck yeah, Royal Oak.
It's all natural, baby. It's just wood.
What'd you say one time? Like, Royal Oak's the working man's charcoal. I like that. Get them hot, spread them in an even level.
Mm-hmm.
But he said leave a cool zone. He didn't utilize the cool zone in the cooking, but he said leave a cool zone.
That's just for emergencies. That's like the 2 zone. Like, I don't always use the 2 zone, but I got it there just in case.
And he was cooking. Oh, go ahead.
I didn't take heed of my stuff yesterday. I kind of had a failure.
Oh, we'll talk. He was cooking on that big King Ranch.
The big Weber?
Or that's what it looked like.
Man, you can make all kinds of zones on that thing.
He cooked 4 of these things.
At the same time?
Yeah. Huge, big old. Okay. So he spread his lump charcoal on an even level. He used a fan to just knock off any extra ash right at the top. Then
before you put the steaks on?
Before he put the steaks on. And then he placed the steaks on the coals. And I mean, these are hot, red, glowing coals. Put them straight on there. And he said, when you start seeing that blood begin to pull on the top, kind of peak. And when your steak has a dark brown crust on the other side, flip them.
Mm-hmm.
And then once they get on both sides, he picked them up with tongs and kind of knocked off any loose embers.
Mm-hmm.
And then he set it in this big, he said all 4, just kind of piled them up in a big cast iron, covered them with foil, and just let them hang out there while he made some kind of Bobo-looking sauce.
Over the fire or to the side?
Completely off the side.
Yeah, just
on the table.
Covered and resting, basically.
Covered and resting. He did come back with a little pastry brush and just brush to make sure he got any loose ash off. He said there wasn't much, so. But then he pulled it off and cut it, and I was expecting it to be brown, red, brown.
Yeah.
It was almost overcooked.
Really?
To my standards,
So did he give a time on how long he?
No,
he just went to the blood, popped to the top, and then
made sure he had that crust and flipped them.
I would be worried about putting a thermometer in it because you're going to get some false readings, or it's going to be too hot for that thermometer that close to the fire. I was thinking about could you leave one in, but I don't think they could withstand that heat because there's no telling. I mean, I would imagine it's north of 700 degrees right on those coals. Did he put the lid back on the ranch kettle?
No, he
it
never
was
put
all open. So
all
he didn't
open.
choke it back. He just let it roll. Did it flame? Did it fire up?
Not bad.
Not too bad.
He wasn't brushing it with butter or anything.
Yeah, and no oil on the steak.
No oil.
Steak. It was just pretty much.
It was a dry steak.
Yeah,
salt and pepper.
Yeah. The only thing that I would be like you, if you put too much seasoning, that seasoning's gonna burn. Salt you can probably get away with, not having to worry too much about it. But why couldn't you just season it at the end, or have you a butter off to the side, like I like to do the steak butter?
Or
I brush it with that good, or let it rest in that, and then re-season it as you do it.
See, that's what
when I do it, I'm going to do salt, like you said, and it's going to be the essence of the steak rested on butter, but not like a Worcestershire butter. Mainly just butter and maybe some black pepper. Just keep it super simple, where you really taste what that meat tastes like cooked over those hot coals.
He did say you need to use a real thick, coarse salt.
Yeah.
Because it'll kind of
flaky, yeah.
It was real coarse because he said it'll just dissolve too quickly or whatever. So
it's going to be an experimentation right there.
But
I'm kind of excited about doing that.
But
Tyler looked at the fire yesterday, and
So what was your?
So I was doing some other stuff yesterday. We had some dove breast, and I was trying to do something different. And I took one of our oyster pans. It's like a cast iron oyster pan. It's made for doing like char-grilled oysters or oysters Rockefeller, something like that. Well, it's the perfect size little well for a whole duck breast or a dove breast. You get 2 little nuggets on each side of the bone, and it'll just lay in there. And so I was like, I saw some people doing this with one on TikTok, And what they had done is they had some bacon cooking in one of the channels, and as the bacon was rendering, the grease was running down.
Like pieces of bacon, or
yeah, it was like, well, it looked like it had already cooked up, so you really couldn't tell much about it. You could just tell they used the renderings to cook these dove breasts. And I was like, well, that makes sense. Well, mine doesn't have the channels; it just has the wells to put the oyster in. So I was like, well, I could just take a strip of bacon and like cut it into thirds and lay one of those pieces and cook it till it renders. Take the bacon out, leave the rendered bacon fat in the little well, and cook my dove breast down in that. So I got a Weber kettle going, chimney of royal oak, and I added, this is where I went wrong. I shouldn't have added any extra charcoal, but I was like, man, I'm going to need, it just didn't look like enough coals to get a hot enough bed to get that pan to what I wanted it to do. So I wanted to sear it pretty quick. I didn't want it to be a long cook. And so I added, after I dumped my hot chimney, I added some extra charcoal, and I had a whole one-zone super fire. It was hot. I don't know how hot it was. But apparently it was over 500 degrees, or well over 400, because after the bacon cooked pretty quick, but it did fine. I rendered it, I got it out, it browned up, maybe a minute or two is all it took. So I had these wells of bacon fat on top of that fire. Well, I seasoned my dove, and I didn't use any oil or anything on it, or just seasoning on the top of it. And I went meat side down in the wells. Well, by the time I got all of them in there, I only had 11, and I have a 12-hole oyster pan. Well, I was going to use the other one to make a sauce to brush over them, thinking this was all going to happen on the grill, because I've never done this. This is experimentation too. And so I got all my dove in there, and then before you know it, the one well that I just had bacon fat in just erupted in flames. It got over the smoke point, and I was like, oh, crap. Well, I got to set this off. So I just grabbed me some gloves.
So was it just in that one little well, though?
Well, wherever it was splashing over, it was on fire.
Yeah, yeah.
And this dove breast hadn't been in there a minute. It had been long. So I take it off the fire, set it over to the side, blow it out, because I know I don't want to ruin it. I'm still trying to salvage this dish. Yeah, trying to salvage it. And so I blow the fire off, and I set it back on the grill, flip them over, and they're blackened. Like they got darker. They got darker than I wanted to get. And so I was like, well, they look done, but I wanted them to go another minute on that backside just to make sure. So I let them go about another minute. So they weren't on the grill maybe 3 minutes in the pan. Then I set it over to the side on a little trivet, and I throw some butter in the empty well because it's done burn out, Throw some butter in there, some garlic, some parsley, some Worcestershire sauce. That melts just stirring it a little bit. It goes to a sauce quick. I brush it all over the top of the dove breast and get them out. Take them inside. And it looks like a blackened dove breast. Like if I, was going for that, I would have nailed it. I got a little darker than I wanted to, but the actual meat itself, like biting it, it wasn't scorched. It didn't have a bad flavor. And they were about medium rare, medium on the inside, so they weren't overcooked. So it worked right. I just had too big a fire, but I learned I needed, and I know I should have had a 2-zone fire. That way I could have just scooted it over. And then I didn't need that big a fire. I should have experimented with that pan, but I was just like, no, I'll just jump right in. But Tyler was there watching it.
It was honestly really cool to see it come together, because I thought it was ruined,
Yeah. Because you tried it. What'd you think?
Yeah, it was really, really good. Yeah. Really, really good.
It tasted really good.
Was that your first time trying dove?
It was. And that was like one thing I was worried about was like, oh no, because I was looking forward to trying it for the first time. I was like, oh no, if I try this and it isn't good, maybe it'll be ruined. But no, it was really, really good.
Yeah, you were thinking it was going to be like, oh man, that's burnt to crisp. No, it wasn't burnt.
Mm-mm.
It was.
Did it have like a blackened flavor, or it was just a grilled flavor?
It kind of had a seared flavor, I guess.
Yeah.
Like a crust.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like.
Maybe you found something new.
Yeah, you could definitely blacken them like that. I would just back the heat down a little. The approach of it is great. You just need to hold that, around 350 to 400 instead of over the smoke point. Because the bacon fat was great oil to cook it in.
Yeah.
Because it gives the dove flavor too. And you're not wrapping it and trying to cook the bacon. You're just using the essence of the bacon to give that meat some flavor with the seasoning. And
could you pick up on the bacon flavor in the meat at all?
A little bit.
Just enough.
Yeah, it wasn't like eating a piece of bacon or anything.
Yeah.
It was good. I thought it was good. Mikey did some dirty rice that went with it. It was real good. It was like a duck and deer dirty rice. And so that with the dove was a really good bite.
Oh, I would have tried the dirty rice.
It was good. It was good. The How to Barbecue Right podcast is brought to you by our friends at Primo Grills. Shell, did you know that Primo is the only ceramic grill made right here in the good old USA?
What? Are you telling me that Primo grills are proudly crafted here in the USA, ensuring top-notch quality and support for local craftsmanship?
I sure am. Plus, Primo Grill not only delivers mouth-watering flavor, but because of their innovative oval design and superior ceramic construction, Primo Grills also gives you a ton of cooking versatility.
Whether you're smoking low and slow or searing a steak to perfection, Primo Grills gives you the consistent heat distribution for mouth-watering results every time.
What she said, y'all. Y'all visit PrimoGrill.com and check them out.
Speaking of Buck Junkies videos, you cooked a beef tenderloin last week for a Buck Junkies video, but you used that Cajun Power Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah, I finally used it. It was good. It made a good binder.
What'd you think about that?
I wouldn't call it, it's Worcestershire flavor, but I wouldn't call it a Worcestershire sauce because to me, Worcestershire sauce is kind of thin. You know, it was thicker. Yeah, it has a body to it. It has a viscosity. And so it's good. It reminded me more of like W sauce. Yeah. And I don't really consider that a Worcestershire. I mean, it's Worcestershire flavor, but it's not just a straight Worcestershire sauce. And so I think it has that in it and has something else to thicken it up or something. But it's good. I like the flavor of it. And it did great on the beef tenderloin. As a binder to give you color and give you some Worcestershire flavor, it worked. I would use it again.
I don't know what you used on that, but the flavor, you brought it home and we had it for dinner.
I used some deer season and camp season.
But I thought it was one of the better flavored
beef loins.
That you cooked in a minute.
Good. Were you there for that one, Tyler?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Really, really good.
We took it and you made little sliders with it. I thought were excellent. You weren't crazy about them, but I thought they were really good. With the horseradish sauce?
Oh, the leftovers?
Yeah.
Yeah, we chopped it up and I made your version of the
kind of like a Philly
Italian.
cheese.
It wasn't Philly. It was
what cheese did you put on that? Was it
white American?
Yeah, that's good. It's like peppers and onions and
that Italian beef slider recipe that you did. I kind of tried to mimic that a little bit. I used that Johnny's dip.
Made au jus.
Yeah, made an au jus with some onions and garlic and let it simmer for a little bit and then added my meat.
It was just leftover sliced up beef.
Yeah.
Warmed it up and then spread it out on the slider, on the Hawaiian rolls with cheese and peppers and onions, mushrooms. And then made a horseradish sauce to go with it. I thought they were excellent.
Well, that
horseradish. I love little sliders, man. Those things are so good. I've had them 2 weeks in a row. I had the little ham ones and the breakfast ones last week. Then I had these beef ones this week. I got to figure out what we're going to slide this weekend. Maybe the shrimp. Maybe it's going to be shrimp slider time.
I love that idea.
I've never had a shrimp slider, I don't think.
I love the idea. I love po' boys, but it's real big, you know? Like, I love the idea of making po' boy sliders.
Make my mental note for my shrimp sliders.
You never look at that.
I do too.
I'm a really big fan of the Hawaiian roll slider buns because they're already split.
Are they called sliders or are they called mini subs? Which one?
Maybe mini subs.
It's the one that's a 6-pack.
Yeah. It's like a double.
It's like 2 rolls together, but aren't they already cut for you?
They're already cut like long ways. But
so you don't have to half the bread.
They are mini sub rolls.
Yeah.
You don't have to half the bread. And if you want to come back and make, squares instead of rectangles,
you just cut those.
You just cut those and have it. It's easier to me to cut
when it's cooked.
Yeah, cut it after it's cooked into, separate that sub into half.
I once again, I don't know why Hawaiian rolls don't sell them already.
Pre-sliced.
Anybody just eat raw dog and Hawaiian rolls. But they're pretty good. They're really great sliders. The only other thing I know they're good for is spinach dip. Like that's what I thought they were made for. It was the bowl.
Oh, back in the day, the bowl.
And then they made the little ones and people just tore them up, but you didn't just eat a Hawaiian roll.
I'm sure somebody eats.
You think just right straight out the package? I mean, I ain't against it, but.
I mean, like for Easter dinner, Christmas dinner.
Maybe warm
people use those as rolls. Yeah, you got to warm up. I tried the viral microwave egg.
What did you think about it? It's supposed to be, I don't know if y'all have seen this, but it's supposed to be the best omelet that you can make in a microwave in like under a minute.
Have you seen that, Tyler?
Nope.
Okay.
So I'm going to say, you go ahead and tell. I know why you liked it. Go ahead and tell how you make it.
This is the actual recipe from Michelin star chef. This is what he says is the best egg. And it went viral on TikTok. He takes a little butter in his dish, like gets a little ramekin, a little bigger than like a ramekin. Butters his dish, Then takes 1 egg, scrambles it with a spoon of mayonnaise, blue plate preferred.
That's exactly why I think you
That's
like
why
it.
I was like, I have to try this. And then you pour it into the dish, microwave it for 40 seconds. And then you pull it out, and I topped it with some parm, and I had spinach, and I served it over spinach. It was really, really good. It was really rich. I'm guessing it's the mayonnaise.
Yeah, I'm guessing so. But did it have an off flavor by putting the mayonnaise in it?
No,
or could
not
you
at
tell
all.
mayonnaise was in it? Or was it just like a fat?
It just gave you that fat richness flavor. I mean, I guess if you put too much mayonnaise in it,
So it only cooked for 40 seconds.
40 seconds.
Covered or uncovered?
Uncovered. I did put a little salt in mine. A little salt.
You could season it with whatever you want.
Yeah. You could serve it however you want, with whatever kind of cheese you want.
I think, if you had whatever kind of toppings you like for an omelet, why couldn't you just put those in there?
I don't know. I didn't.
Like if you had
test
some
that.
vegetables, I would saute them. Like if you're
Yeah.
going to have some vegetables like peppers and onions, or
If you want to put
if
cheese
you want to put
and meat.
tomatoes in it, you can put tomatoes in it, like a spoon of fresh pico, and maybe crumble up a little bacon or sausage or something, and just zap it.
Cheese. I don't. Yeah.
I want to try. I hadn't tried that one yet.
I'm gonna have to. It's pretty difficult.
Yeah, 40 seconds cook. Could you do more than 1 egg at that time, or would it?
I didn't.
You got to adjust your times.
I imagine.
I like a 3-egg omelet or 2 eggs.
Yeah.
At least. 1 egg, you're not even really making an omelet. You're just making an egg.
It's.
Yeah, but
it's
you can't get any
rich.
easier than that. There's no easier.
No, it's no easier. I mean, it's not that hard to cook an egg on the stovetop.
No, but 40 seconds though. You got to get a pan out. All you're doing is messing up one little bowl
Mm-hmm.
and a fork. You don't have to get the pan out. You don't have to heat the pan. You don't have to get another bowl to beat the egg up.
I did use a separate container to beat the egg up, to
Okay.
whip the mayonnaise into the egg. Now I kind of want to try putting mayonnaise in my omelet, it's like my stovetop omelet.
Yeah.
Just see what it.
See what it does?
Yeah,
Yeah. So normally when you make an omelet, what do you use? 2 eggs or 3?
2, 3 eggs is too many. 1's not enough.
Do you add like cream or milk or cold water or anything to it?
I like to do a tablespoon. Elton Brown told me you got to put a tablespoon of cold milk for each egg.
For each egg you use
But
in an omelet?
I do think a tablespoon, once you level, like if you're just doing 1 egg, a tablespoon's work, but like a tablespoon and a half is all you need for 2, is what I've found. I feel like it's too much.
It's too watery.
Yeah. Splash of hot sauce, salt and pepper. Yeah, I usually use TX.
And
Mix it really
whisk
well.
that up, aerate it real good.
Get a hot pan, oil, butter, whatever. But you got to make sure it's hot. It's all about technique with an omelet. Make sure your pan's hot, not too hot. Pour it in.
That's the thing. You can't say hot because it don't need to be high.
You don't need to be high.
It needs to be just right.
Medium-ish.
Because I like a lower temp cooked egg. I just think it does better. The egg, it doesn't brown. It just gets yellow and fluffy.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not too high. If you got it too high, that omelet will kind of.
Yeah, it'll get that brown.
Yeah.
And it gets a bad texture on the bottom too if it's too hot.
crunchier or something. You lose the pillowiness.
Alton Brown.
I'm an omelet connoisseur.
Alton Brown said that when you put the butter in the pan, it should kind of bubble.
Mhm.
That's when you know it's ready.
Before it ever starts to brown, you just want it to froth.
Yes. Froth.
Yeah. And you swirl it around. You know what I do at the end when I do the omelet? I have me another pat of butter, and I'll use a fork, and I just put it in the pan to get it just right where it's starting to melt a little, and then I brush that all over the top surface of that omelet before I serve it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And it just makes this butteriness, and it's so good. It's really good.
But I put my egg in my pan, scrape the sides as soon as you put it in to make sure,
And let the other out and let it come swirling.
Yeah, kind of swirl it. And then I go ahead and put all my stuff in. Let it melt, let it come together. Fold it, slide it out.
Heck yeah. I do. I tried something this weekend that I had for the first time. My buddy Josh had been down, I guess, in Cajun country, down South Louisiana, and he brought back some Boudin. He called me. He's like, "Hey, man, I just got back. I brought some Boudin back. You want some?" And I was like, "Of course I do."
Yeah.
And so I'd been wanting to try the Best Stop. I'd never tried the Best Stop Boudin. He brought me some. But he also brought me another brand to try. I think it was called Billy's from Opelousas. I think it's the town he got it from. And I didn't try I still got the Best Stop in the freezer. But the Billy's I cooked Sunday. And man, I'm telling you, that was fantastic Boudin.
It was really good Boudin.
If you like Boudin, you will love this. And it was just a regular pork Boudin. I didn't do anything to it.
It wasn't spicy or anything?
No,
It was just their regular?
It was just regular. the regular pork boudin, and all I did was take it out of the package, and I had my pellet grill going at 275, and I put it on there, and I cooked it maybe 30 minutes, not long at all. I did check the temperature. I wanted it to be 165. So once I saw 162, I took it off. I let it rest a few minutes, and I really just wanted the casing to get snappy. That's what I look for when I cook boudin.
And that's hard with boudin.
It is. Some people like it steamed. Some people like to do it in a skillet. I personally like it on the smoker because it seems to dry that casing out a little bit more, so it does get the snappiness to it. It's easy to bite. Plus, it gives it another little bit of flavor from the grill. It's really good. And the way that, I don't know how everybody else eats it, but I like to just cut a piece off of the link, put it on a saltine cracker, hit it with some hot sauce, and that's how you eat boudin. That's how I eat it.
It's almost like an appetizer or something.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, and he also brought me some boudin balls. I hadn't tried them yet either, but there's like a pepper jack cheese stuffed boudin ball. And you're supposed to, the real way you do it is deep fat fry them. But he said they're excellent in the air fryer too. So I'm excited to try those. I just hadn't done it yet.
I like that boudin because the meat to rice ratio, it wasn't too ricey.
That's right. It's not hard and packy. It's not, but it's light. Not loose and falling out. It had the perfect texture of boudin.
And I did that. I put a piece on a cracker, hot sauce, and I was like, the next time I went back, I didn't add hot sauce.
It was just seasoned. It was really, the seasoning in it's really, they do a good job of that.
And it was spicy.
And Josh told me, he's like, the best stop is supposed to be like the one that you hear about that everybody says is the best. But he's like, this one right here is definitely a run for his money, if not his favorite. So that's why he brought that one to me to try.
I could see that.
And I like doing it stuff because, the week before I'd bought one from Frankie at Primo's butcher shop down here in Hernando. And he stuffs those pork tenderloin to self with the link of boudin. And he told me, I was in there yesterday picking up some stuff, and I can't remember the brand he told me it was. It's like Mama or something, whatever it was. He sells it froze. So you can get boudin in Hernando. I guess it's from South Louisiana too. But that's kind of like that Acadia, that Cajun country down there. That's where the real boudin comes from. It ain't the stuff you see in the grocery store. It is the real deal Cajun boudin sausage.
I feel like you can tell the difference when you eat it.
Oh, I know you can. Yeah. Because, I mean, we see Zumos. I'll eat Zumos.
And it's okay.
It's okay, but it's harder. It's a little more packier. I think the rice ratio is more than the meat. It's heavier on rice, and that's what makes it harder. This is like the ratio is just right. Rice to meat and veggie or whatever else they put in it.
And it's soft.
And it's soft. Yeah, it's not hard. Like, you're not going to cut it and it be a medallion of sausage. It's going to, you're going to have casing, and then it's going to be, it shouldn't be hard packed, but it shouldn't be just falling out either.
It was
really good.
Good boudin. So we had somebody email in this week and ask some questions. And then I saw someone on the community kind of asking the same thing. They were talking about when you cook a brisket, what are your thoughts between wrapping them in foil, doing a full boat, butcher paper, or just no wrap?
So I saw that. And I've never actually done the full boat technique. I've seen videos of it.
What's the point of
I want to say, I don't know who did it first. Maybe it was Chud's, but that's who I watched his video of doing it. And basically, it allows you to still keep your bark, but to protect the sides and catch some of the drippings that cook out of that brisket. You're cooking it open in that boat. So you think of like a rib, like when we glaze ribs, I'd make a rib boat out of aluminum foil. You're basically doing that for brisket.
So do you kind of bring it up around the
edges, and then just the top is exposed. So you're still getting that nice bark on the outside.
That's a good idea.
It's not like steaming it because it's open, but you're still catching everything, and then your edges are still protected. So that foil is going to act as a barrier to keep the harsh heat from just overcooking them to where they want to crumble. That's why I imagine someone done it. Now, I think the question in the community was, should he wrap in paper and boat it? I don't know. I don't see the point in that at all. You're not really gaining anything because you're protecting it with the foil. I mean, with the paper. And I do, like, if you're going for a Texas brisket and you want to preserve your bark, but you still want to, wrap it up, butcher paper is the absolute way to go. I love wrapping up a brisket in butcher paper. It works fantastic, and your crust still stays really good. Now, if you want the most tender brisket and catch all your au jus, that cooks all the drippings that cook out, you want to wrap them full. And that's what you see in contest.
You do sacrifice a little bit
some of the bark, which it depends on what style you're going for, So
and then naked brisket.
And then naked brisket is just a no wrap. So
Yeah.
I've done that. There's nothing wrong with that either. You do get drying out of the edges a little bit. It's going to, cook a little bit more uneven, but it's still really good. I mean, I just use that as true burn ends, like wherever the edges are not right. I mean, that's what they are. Those edges on the brisket are really your true, those little corners and the stuff that people are trying to protect with the boats or with wrapping and all that. You're not getting those true burnt edges, which are the ends. It's not cubed up point. Well, I mean, in a restaurant, a real brisket restaurant, they would never waste the point cubing it up for burnt ends. They just wouldn't do it because people want fatty slices of brisket, and I do too.
Yeah.
That middle cut where it's like you've got some flat overlaying that pocket of fat seam and then your point underneath, that's the best slice of brisket there is because you get both worlds. You get some lean up top and you get some fatty down bottom and you got that fat in the middle and it just,
mixes together.
That's the best cut to me. And everybody says, oh man, I just want the lean or I just want the fatty. I want the combo. I want some of both.
I don't get I just want the lean people.
I mean, so what's your take on burn ends? Did you prefer your
They're my favorite.
Point cut up into burn ends and cook like that?
No.
I like the edges. Don't get me wrong. I like the little the trim off of it when you're squaring up your flat, and it's time to slice it and you cut those angles off because they're going to fall off. And those little bites are good.
Those are
It's not the best bite of brisket. I mean, that best bite's that center cut.
All right. So what's your favorite way to cook a brisket, or does it vary from cook to cook?
It just depends on what I'm going for. Like, I mean, I love a good overnight brisket.
And that's no wrap.
Yeah, no wrap. I love that. Texas style is probably the best I ever ate. I do like that.
And that's butcher paper?
That's butcher paper. Yep. Butcher paper, salt and pepper, no sauce, no injection, just salt and pepper meat. Wrap it up, let it get tender, hold it for a long time, let it stay juicy, and then slice it up.
And your comp brisket.
A comp brisket, I mean, it's hard to beat one of those Wagyu comp briskets.
Wrapped in full.
Yeah, wrapped in full. I don't know if there's a bad way to do it, I don't have an absolute favorite. I guess it depends on what I'm in the mood for.
Because they all give you different.
They all give you different results.
Yeah.
Little different results. I mean, you're still eating brisket, but I do like the Texas style because I feel like it's just salt, pepper, smoke, meat. And the meat juice, that fat that renders is so good. So good.
So, I saw several people in the community try my nutrageous brownie recipe.
I did too. They look pretty good.
Several people said they're real rich.
It's super. Oh yeah, it ain't good for you. What do you think the calorie count is on?
You don't come to me for.
You don't come. Yeah, this ain't a healthy recipe. This is what will shock your system. You need a big glass of milk to go with that.
It's a cheat day recipe.
Cheat day recipe?
Yeah.
Would you drink milk with it or would you eat ice cream? Because I bet it'd be good with all the mood.
You could go either way.
All the mood.
You can't go both.
Can't go wrong with it.
You can't do milk and ice cream. That's dairy overload. You know what I like sometimes? It's like a good crisp Coca-Cola with something really sweet.
I cannot do that. It's like sugar on sugar. It just makes your teeth hurt. I need something.
I hadn't done that in years. Yeah.
I need milk. I don't drink a lot of just milk out of the gallon, out of the jug. Yeah. But that's the one time if you got an Oreo cookie, that's pretty good too. Oreo cookie milk's pretty good.
Bowl of Raisin Bran needs it.
Yeah. A bowl of Raisin Bran needs some milk. Oh, I did see a recommendation for probed wireless thermometer. If I had to pick, and I'm just answering this, I was reading through the comments. I don't remember who posted it, but I made a note of it. I would have to say the best one that I've used that are wireless probes that'll actually work and you can connect them to and it's better to connect them through Wi-Fi than it is Bluetooth. I think they updated these RFXs where you could do that. That's the best option you have. If you have to go Bluetooth, you just can't get very far from it. It does work. What I found is you got to keep the receiver close to the pit. Then you get a pretty good range with your Bluetooth. But as far as ones that work, that's the ones I've had the best luck with. Now, my problem with them is they still don't have longevity to do like super long cooks. I think you only
the battery runs.
Yeah, you're only going to get 6 or 7 hours out of them. So if you're planning on doing a long cook with them, I wouldn't probe it until, at least halfway through the cook. That way, I mean, and really, are you really worried about internal temperature when it's going from
0 to
from right out of the refrigerator or room temp to
160?
To 160.
Yeah.
You don't really need to worry about anything until it gets over 160. A big cut of meat, like if you're cooking a brisket or you're cooking a pork butter shoulder or something like that. Just put it in. But I tried to just put it in the whole time and let it do overnight. And I was going to, 7 p.m. it, take it off at 7 p.m. or whatever, and it quit about 1 or 2. I was like, well, what good did that do? I should have just got it in the middle of the night, put it in, and I'd have been better. But any time that I've been out there and it's been a short cook under 5 or 6 hours, no problem with those. They work through my Outlaw, which is thick steel smoker. They've worked through a pellet grill, and they've even worked through a ceramic grill. That's the wireless probe hitting the receiver that's sitting right by it, and then coming to my app on my phone.
And you tried several of
I've tried several of the other brands. I didn't have much luck with them. Sometimes they would work, sometimes they wouldn't. And these, they got really big here a few years back. I forget what they called, the meat blocks or
meters.
There's the meters. Yeah, there were several different brands have had them, and I tried a bunch of them, and they would work here and there. They just weren't super reliable to me for the money. This RFX has been really, really reliable.
It took ThermoWorks a long time to actually come out with that.
Yeah.
I wonder if they've been working to make sure it was
actually going to work.
Yeah.
Imagine. So that's what I was thinking. They were, I wouldn't say late to the game. They just work. They want their technology to work. And their probe thermometers, like if you don't mind running a probe through it, the blue dot, the dot that's got the Bluetooth, it works fantastic.
Yeah, you can get those on sale for like $29.
Yeah, they'll put those on sale. Those are great. And they have a bunch of different ones that work wirelessly. They have that wireless gateway that works with some of their other stuff that you can do. But Fireboard makes a great one too, but I don't think their probes are wireless. Those are ones that I hear people really like. You can get in depth with what you can do on it. You can hook it up to the computer. You can track your cook. You can do all kinds of stuff with what it's going. It gives you more. And I think they have a pit controller too.
So you can analyze your cook after the fact.
Plus you can hook a fan up to it to control your pit, clip a probe to it. So those would be the two brands I would look at, ThermoWorks being my favorite.
Oh, I got you some batteries for
my dots. I need them.
It only takes AAA. I thought it needed like a special
I could have swore when those first come out that they had the watch batteries, the rounds, but maybe they changed.
I thought they did too. I think that was just the Thermopen. Maybe
it may have been.
I don't know.
Those Generation 1 Thermopens or whatever.
So, Evan had a question. This is about lighting your charcoal in lumps. He's been seeing you just dump the fuel in and stick a few tumbleweeds in there and get it going. No matter what you're doing, but he has a kettle. And what's a PBC?
I don't know.
He has a different cooker.
Yeah.
And he always uses a
Pit
chimney.
barrel cooker, maybe?
Maybe, yeah. He always uses a chimney. Is a chimney necessary? Are there some pros, cons against the way you do it, against using a chimney?
I wouldn't say it's necessary. It's easier.
What, a chimney?
Yeah, and sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just depends on, I guess, what I'm thinking. I don't even know. I don't have a reason that I do one over the other.
Whatever you're feeling.
Sometimes I'll just dump some coals in that Primo and throw me some tumbleweeds in there and roll with it. Sometimes I'll set my chimney in the Primo or the Weber kettle. I would say you probably control the amount of fire you make more using a chimney as opposed to just dumping a pile out of the bag, because then you got to go back and stack it up in a kind of a pyramid shape and then get it going. You're going to get the end result eventually. Chimney's faster. That'd be a pro over it. You're looking at 15 to 17 minutes to get a chimney of hot coals ready to go. A lot of times what I'll do, like the mistake I made yesterday, I'll get me one chimney going. And if I want a bigger fire, I'll just pour more in there. And then before you know it, you got way bigger fire. And probably don't need to do that, but you can.
It turned out, I guess.
It worked out. But anyway, I think either however you want to do it, it's fine. Chimney's a great tool to use.
Is there times you like?
If I say, like, a lot of times if I'm cooking steaks or something that's going to be a fast cook and I don't need a grill full of coals, I'll just pour some in a chimney, light those and dump those, spread them out and cook my steaks. I know it's going to be a 10-minute cook anyway, so I don't need an hour's worth of charcoal. But if I'm doing something where it's a long cook, I know I'm going to burn a lot of charcoal anyway, I'll go ahead and, just pour me a pile in there and start a side of it or start the center of it. A lot of times in my Primo, I may pour a bunch of lump coal in there or whatever coal I'm using, and I'll start it over on a corner so I get kind of a burn across on it. It just depends on what I'm doing. There's no right or wrong answer to it.
What about your like barrel cooker?
I've done it both ways too.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of times I'll, take the fire pit out. I used to take the whole basket out, put my coals in there, put a couple tumbleweeds up underneath it, not even in the basket, like right underneath the basket on the little flat deflector, I guess, or whatever the bottom of it is, and just let it start a corner of it. Then I'll set it back in the smoker and orient it to one of the intake vents to where my fresh air is coming in. It's going to draw. I'll do it like that. Or I've started a chimney and poured, or a half a chimney. I usually, like on a drum, you don't want the whole fire basket burning. Like you don't need a whole, like drums are so efficient that they only need a little bit of it. And that's how you get your longer cooks in them. So you don't want to just dump a bunch of coal in there and throw 2 or 3 tumbleweeds in it, start them and let the whole thing get hot. You want it get super hot, You're wasting coal doing that too. I mean, so it's better just to, they make a little, and I think Pit Barrel, that may have been where I got mine. It was almost like a quarter-size chimney.
Yeah.
It's perfect for sticking down in a drum. Because that's my problem. Like, if you have your fire basket in a chimney, in a drum, it's hard to get a full-size chimney down in there and tilt it and pour the coals out where you want them. They'll come out, but they're going to go everywhere by the time you get it all the way upside down. But that little chimney, it's perfect for starting just a little area of your coal basket, and you can stick it down in there. You can turn it, pour them where you want it, and it's so
it was a little
easier.
stubby chimney. It was a little wider.
I think,
and a little shorter.
I bet you they still make them, or somebody does.
I think I've seen them at Walmart.
Yeah.
Now
for a drum, if you look for a chimney that's got the trap door, that works good too, because you don't have to tilt it. You can just open that trap door and it just lets it drop out the bottom.
I've never seen.
I don't have one of those. I've seen them. I don't have one.
So James in the community did something. I think this is a great idea. So he did smoked chicken thigh tacos. He took his skin off his chicken thighs, smoked them.
Bone in, I guess. Just
I'm not sure. He smoked them and then shredded them for tacos. But he kept the chicken skin, seasoned it up, cooked them in the oven until they crisped up. And the picture of them looked almost like a bacon or a hog jowl or something like that. And then he made his tacos with, your pulled chicken. He made a homemade salsa and a jalapeno cilantro sauce. And then he crumbled up that chicken skin.
So he made chicken chicharrones pretty much.
Yes.
And then that's a good idea.
And it gave crispiness to the taco,
Yeah. I wonder if I bet you that'd be good deep fried.
Oh, I'm sure.
Deep fry the chicken skin, chop it up as a taco topping. What? That's next level.
Remember when me and Mark bought those chicken skin snacks?
Yes. They were horrible. They were crunchy, but man, it just tastes like bad chicken grease.
Oh, it was terrible.
You ever had like bad grease somewhere? That's what it tastes like.
I don't know. Did you try them, Tyler?
I don't think so. I don't.
They're not good. They weren't good.
They were like keto.
You make it do the chicken skins in the air fryer and get them.
Oh yeah,
too.
If you have
to try that, that's a good idea.
But it just gives you that crunch, and it gives you more flavor and
a little chicken flavor. Plus, you could season it up when it comes out, like dust it with Grande Gringo or something like that.
He seasoned it up before it went in.
Before he cooked it in the oven. Mm-hmm. What temp? Do you know do you have his oven on like 425 or something?
He didn't. It didn't say in the comment.
You have to repost on there and say what temp you cook.
Yeah, we need to know how to do your chicken skin method.
Right.
And Ben heard us talking about Bloody Marys. And he made a recommendation of a brand called Bloody Revolution. Have you ever heard of that brand?
No, I saw that comment. Did you look it up?
Yes. So they have a bunch of flavors. They have an original, he said is really good. They have one that's pickle zing Bloody Mary mix.
I would definitely try that one.
And one that's a ribeye.
See, that's interesting. Do you think it just has beefy note?
Like Worcestershire.
And maybe like, how you like to put prime beef in yours to give it a beefiness to it?
Maybe a mushroom
or maybe
powder.
Maybe it has some kind of dehydrated beef flavor in it,
Yeah.
To give it.
Oh, like a beef concentrate? Yeah.
Most of the umami-ness would make it too. That would make it taste like a ribeye.
I feel like it would either be really good or really gross.
I could see it like he said. I think the guy that posted it said something about he don't need any more heartburn. Some of those sound like they would give you, like there's a habanero one, I think. It's like, man, that would just be torture.
There's one that's roasted garlic flavor. Yeah, I'd try that one. And then there's a habanero.
I love trying different Bloody Mary stuff. So you might have to just
order
that up. Yeah, get Amazon to bring you those. Did our blue plate concentrate barbecue sauce come in?
It is being delivered today.
Is it coming Amazon?
Yes.
Okay.
Amazon kind of like only ships or delivers one day a week.
We're going to have to mix that up, bring it here and try it next week.
Okay.
Just spoon it. We don't need it on you.
You want me to get some Hawaiian rolls?
Yeah. Just raw Hawaiian.
What do you mean?
I guess
raw Hawaiian
straight
rolls.
Out the package. Straight out the package. They had been. I know they're cooked. They're ready to eat. Like you don't have to warm them up. But
You've never eaten a raw Hawaiian roll?
sure I have.
I've seen you
Moment of
plenty.
weakness.
Never eat the raw buns, man.
I've seen you pop one open, put meat in there, and go to town.
At that time, it's not raw. I dressed it. I do want to talk about my favorite current restaurant in Memphis.
Okay.
Porch Parlor. They don't miss. I don't know if y'all have been there, ever heard of it, but it's been around Memphis for a while, hasn't it?
A couple of years.
Yeah, it is. Man, we've been, like for birthdays or special occasions, we took Michael for his birthday Friday night, and it was just on point, man. It was, everything we had was good.
The ambiance is good. The service is good. The food is amazing. Everything.
If you're in Memphis, I highly suggest going to Porch. Get you you probably do need a reservation, but it is worth it.
Unless you want to sit outside, I think they.
Yeah. What was your favorite thing that you had?
My steak.
Really? They did
a lobster bisque.
Oh, I forgot about that too. I was thinking the fried oyster Rockefeller. They do a version like, and most of the time you get oysters Rockefeller,
and you don't like oysters Rockefeller that often.
It's just kind of watery. You lose the oyster in it, and it's just spinach and cheese. Which don't get me wrong, I love spinach and cheese, and it's excellent. But when you put it on a raw oyster and then they cook it, it overpowers the oyster. You don't get any flavor of the oyster in it. Well, this one, they did a fried oysters Rockefeller, and the fried oyster was it was like the best fried oyster you could eat. It was creamy, it was briny, it was crispy, and it sat on top. I guess they filled the shell up with the spinach Rockefeller mixture and put the fried oyster on top. And man, that was a genius way to do it to me. That's the only place I've ever had that.
It takes away all those elements that you don't like about the Rockefeller.
Mm-hmm. It's not
the wateriness.
Yeah, it's not watery, yeah. It was really good. I mean, my steak was good too, but.
What was your favorite? The Rockefeller?
Probably that or that tuna. We did have some tuna carpaccio too. It was, man, I never knew I was a raw fish guy, but man, that's so good.
And they have Wagyu.
Yeah.
Say that. Wagyu.
That's what I said.
Okay, Wagyu. And I knew better. I just give me the regular prime ribeye. That's going to be great. But Michael, it was his birthday, and we were like, yeah, you can order some Wagyu. And what do you get?
He got a strip.
He got a strip.
Yeah, I talked about it getting the filet. I was like, man, that's just a waste. Don't spend Wagyu money on filet. Get a lesser cut, or it's really worth it.
And he wasn't that crazy about it.
No, he wasn't. He didn't think it was. I mean, he didn't think it was as good as the ribeye I had.
Yeah.
And mine was perfect.
Mine was too.
Perfect.
They never miss. And we got what was the butter, the steak topper I got?
The bone marrow butter. Y'all, this ought to be illegal. It's like the best meat gravy you've ever ate. They call it a steak sauce. It's not a sauce at anybody. It's a gravy. It's like they take shallot. They do it right here tableside in this little iron skillet on a cart. They roll it out, and they got the big bone marrow bone sitting there. It's like they take shallots and a little garlic, so get it sauteing. They add brandy to it, flambe it, and then they add a steak au poivre, or however you say it, some kind of French word.
Steak sauce?
Yeah, it's like a steak sauce they make. They add that to it, and then they take those big bone marrow bones and rake them off in there, and the whole time they're cooking it in this iron skillet. And then they just set that skillet on their table, and you've got just it's just meat goodness. Meaty, great brown gravy. I didn't even eat it on the steak. I ate it on some fries y'all had. It was awesome. It was awesome.
I think Michael liked that.
Oh, yeah.
He kept dipping everything in it.
Everything went in that, yeah. But man, it's so good. I had to shout out to Porch Parlor for doing it in Memphis. It is good.
It is the best restaurant in Memphis, I think.
Sit down experience. It's hard to beat.
Rob, he did an experiment this weekend. He smoked butter.
So how did that work?
He put a stick of butter in a small cast iron skillet, put it on the pellet grill, 225 for an hour. Then he poured all that melted butter, even the solid. So I'm wondering if it browned, and I love brown butter. But he poured it into a glass bowl with ice. You know how like when you do brown butter, you got to put it in a little ice thing.
Did he take the solids off?
No, he kept the solids in, which to me gives it a better brown butter flavor, I think. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you're just having like clarified butter, I guess. I don't know. But he whisked it until he whisked the solids and the liquids back together until it went back solid. Mm-hmm. He said it was really good on biscuits and popcorn.
Really?
I wonder if it had a smoky flavor.
I don't know, but I'd like to try that.
Me
I'd like
too.
to try the flavor of it to see what it was like. Because I imagine cooking with it would definitely, if it does have a smokiness, it would add essence to whatever you're cooking. Say you're sauteing vegetables or using it in a dish or something. But just on a biscuit, do you still get smokiness or whatever?
Yeah, I think it'd be good.
I want to try it. It's definitely savory. It's like another savory level to butter.
Well, to me, brown butter is like one of the better things
in life. Browned butter. So
I'm wondering if it browned it and added a slight smokiness while doing that.
It did. Imagine it did.
So I might try that this weekend. I don't know what I'm going to use it on. I like
bread.
Just bread.
Fair shake.
I like to use brown butter in like Rice Krispie treats. I do a brown butter Rice Krispie treat that is. I won a contest with it.
That's right. I forgot. I've had that before. Those were awesome. Really good.
You've used it like in mac and cheese before, haven't you?
I've used it in everything. Yeah. I got a plan this fall to use it in my pecan pie. Use brown butter instead of regular butter.
Good idea.
Oh, so she's using it in another competition is what she just said.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm doing I'm going to do a different pie for our pie contest.
Does it have butter in it?
I'm sure it does.
I think every pie has butter in it.
Yeah. At least the crust, right?
Yeah.
And James, he wants to know if anybody has used smoking pecan pellets. Can you tell a difference? Is it worth the price?
I want to say they sent me a sample of those a long time ago and I used them. I couldn't tell a huge difference in the, smoke or flavor or whatever. I mean, they burn just like anything else. I mean, I don't know. Like, I do remember them being rather on the expensive side because it was supposed to be 100% pecan. So I could see if you were going to use them like, probably wouldn't want to use them for the entire cook. You just want to use them like for the smoke part of it. Or use them to.
So when is the smoke part? Is that the beginning?
Yeah, the beginning. Yeah. I mean, I guess you could throw some in there if you're trying to set a glaze and you want to throw some more smoke on something. But if if you're one of those people that like to use like a smoke tube to give you some extra smoke or something like that, you could probably pack them with that, and you get more value for them than trying to fill your hopper up with them and run an entire cook on it. Because it just seemed like it was.
But
bang for your buck, I don't know if it's worth it.
Can you personally tell a difference in your pellet flavors?
As old as I'm getting, no. I don't know if my taste is just. I really don't think, and I don't think many people could. They could say, "Oh, you used a pecan pellet, or you used a cherry pellet, or you used a hickory pellet." Now, mesquite or something harsh, or something. Yeah, you could probably tell. Or if you use like the charcoal pellet, where it was no smoke flavor or whatever, yeah, you could tell that. But being able to differentiate or it adding more so than any, I don't know, man. That's over my head. I personally can't. Maybe there's some people out there that can. There's some people that got way better palates than I do, but I don't think it's juice is worth the squeeze.
Can you tell a difference when you're using wood, like your different flavors?
Yeah, I could absolutely.
Like you're on your outlaw cooking.
Yeah, absolutely. You can tell the difference. You can tell the difference of something that's been smoked entirely with cherry wood, wild cherry wood versus some hickory or versus post oak
or peach
or mesquite or throwing peach in. Absolutely, you can definitely tell. Some of your woods are milder. I mean, and that's what it is. It's usually in strength of the wood flavor is what I pick up on. But some of them have a sweet, like a cherry gives it a real sweeter, almost to a bitterness if you don't watch it. And peach will do the same thing. Peach goes sweet and then it goes bitter. So you have to watch that in some of your woods, but a lot of times, I mean,
and you like pecan. You use a lot of pecan.
I mean, the three woods I use are hickory, pecan, and cherry. That's my favorite three to cook with. I don't use them. If I had to use any of them solely, just that was the only wood I was going to use the whole cook, it would be hickory. But I do like to accent with some cherry and then with some pecan. I mean, I could run a whole cook on pecan, sticks, and it'd be fine. I don't ever have that much pecan. Usually it's like for flavoring. I mean, if you've got somebody that's got a wild pecan tree or a pecan tree where you can get the wood to it, absolutely get it. Because it's great wood for smoking. Now, the dry wood you buy, I guarantee you can't tell. It's been dried so much for shipping and everything that you're not getting much flavor out of it. And it's the moisture content is so low, it's just going to burn. Like if you go buy a box of wood, say from Academy or somewhere like that, it could be pecan, hickory, whatever. You're not going to be able to tell that much. If you go get you some wild hearts of a cherry tree that's fallen down and you cut them up yourself into chunks and you use those, it's an awesome flavor.
Can you tell a difference in your smoke ring at all?
No.
Like the color?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Cherry seems to make stuff brighter red.
See, that's what I was asking. Does it?
I mean, I don't know if the average person would know that much of a difference, But cherry will make it a really good smoke ring. But the smoke ring, it's way more than just the wood or the smoke you're using, too. It's got more to do with the seasonings you put on, the chemical reaction, the temperature, what it's on there. And there's all kinds of factors that go into making that. So you can faucet, but I think cherry does help you faucet more. It really gives.
Would y'all use cherry in comps?
Oh, all the time. We use those three. We use cherry, pecan, and hickory. We started with hickory, and then we'd add a chunk of pecan, chunk of cherry. And I never had sticks. I just had chunks. But the sticks would be hickory. If we had whole sticks. But that's just our area, what I grew up cooking with.
So, Mal, what do you got going on this weekend?
Oh, man. What do I got? Family reunion?
Yeah.
Got a family reunion to go to Saturday and football. That's it. I'm probably
You're fixing to head to Mossy Oak.
I'm actually leaving out today, going to the Foxhole Shootout in West Point, Mississippi. That will be Thursday night. I'm not sure what the date is. What's the date? I'm lost on dates.
That'll be the 18th. Thursday
18th.
will be the 18th. Yeah,
this podcast, will it go live Thursday or Friday?
No, Friday.
So y'all will miss this. But if you're in West Point, I'm going to be there.
So are y'all going to be eating any good food? Or?
Oh, man, absolutely. There's I looked at the list of chefs that's going to be there. So what this is, it's part of their annual fundraiser that Mossy Oak does. They have several charities that they work with, but it's usually for Catch a Dream or St. Jude or, one of the big children's charities that they do stuff with. But it's a live fire cooking event and like a auction, stuff like that. They have different things going on, but it's really centered around this dinner they do. And they have these chefs that come in and prepare dishes, and they set it up like a buffet style wild game cook. And it's amazing. Like, my buddy, Chef Michael Hunter from Antler up in Canada, he's going to be there. And he always does some fantastic dishes. So it's going
to be a bunch of meat.
A bunch of different chefs, a bunch of different wild game. There's all kinds of stuff like food, but this guy's come up from the coast. What are those guys called? The Mexican Gulf fishing charter guys. They usually bring fresh tuna. They bring oysters. They'll be char grilling oysters. They'll have, they have this, it's an old like wooden boat they set up in there on like sawhorses, and they just fill it up with seafood. And that's like the appetizer round. You just go through there and get all, and they made some
like shrimp,
oysters, raw oysters, char grilled oysters, raw tuna, ceviche. They do all kinds of stuff. And it's that part's worth going to me. I'm all about that.
So do you just walk around and
talk to people and eat and buy tickets and try to win stuff and do silent auctions and have beverages and just see a bunch of people. And it's a lot of fun. Go outside and talk to the chefs and look at all the cooking set up.
I could see you outside talking to the chefs more than.
Yeah. That's usually where I hang out. I do go get me some seafood though.
Every time we go to where people are like, why are y'all hanging out in the kitchen with the cooks? With the chefs?
That's where I feel comfortable. I don't need to be out there.
We're also doing a lot. We're also going to a live fire cook in Hondo, Texas it's October 8th. November 8th.
November 8th.
November 8th.
This one's a public event that people can buy tickets and go to.
It's going to be pretty cool. Al Fergoni's putting it on in Hondo, Texas.
What's the name of it?
Texas Live Fire.
Texas Live Fire. He's been doing this a couple of years, but I think this is the first year for it being a public event. and the stuff that they're going to have going on. Man, there's people from all over the world coming to this thing. And it's mostly like
it's Texas Open Fire Meetup.
Texas Open Fire. Isn't it mainly like people that create food content in the grilling space pretty much?
He says 120 of the biggest barbecue influencers and pitmasters in the world will be there.
Yeah.
And so I think it's another thing where you buy a ticket, you walk around, you eat a bunch of live fire.
I think there's some kind of competition going on. So he's got me judging, and he's got me on a panel. I forget what all I'm going to be doing there, but I'm going to be there doing some stuff.
But that would be a cool event. We're going to be attending if y'all are in the Hondo area or want to make the trip. November 8th.
Trying to rush that one.
Texas Open Fire Meetup.
I'm on a panel with Heath Riles and Jess Prowls, and we're talking about...
Oh, that rhymes.
Heath Riles and Jess Prowls. It does, don't it? But and then there's another panel going on behind us, and it's just going to be I don't know what the topic on ours was, like building a barbecue brand or something like that, how we did it, and I'm sure it's just going to be Q&A type stuff.
Also,
I haven't prepared anything yet.
Big surprise. I have an idea who's going to prepare that.
Sure, might be a speech. I suck at writing.
Also, we're going to be at Arctoberfest.
Arctoberfest. That's at Raps Baron Brewery over in Mountain Home, Arkansas. That's coming up.
October 4th. That one is in October.
That's October 4th, yeah. I'm not exactly sure on the times.
I think we're
going to be there in a day sometime. If you come out, I don't think the event starts till 2, but we're probably going to be there a little earlier than that. But it's basically the brewery puts this on to bring recognition down to their little downtown event area, and it's for local children's charity too. They're raising money for backpacks for kids, I think. And so there's going to be food trucks. There's going to be a bunch of stuff going on.
A lot of beer.
Outside the brewery, because I think they rope off the streets or whatever. And so it's just like a big communal thing. And people come and drink some beer that's made right there in Mountain Home, Arkansas at Raps Baron. And, hang out and have a good time.
Yeah.
They'll have football games on and all kinds of stuff.
I hope they have football games on.
I hope so.
But there's stuff for the kids. It's a big family event.
Yeah.
If you're in that area, that's 2 weekends away.
Yep. And that's North Central Arkansas, Mountain Home. Beautiful town.
Well, Malc, that's all I have for you this week.
All right. Well, Tyler, is there anything you want to tell folks?
Yeah, what we got going on in the community?
If y'all are hanging out this week, first of all, make sure you get your draft picks in. If you're listening to this and picking them right now, then you're probably too late for Thursday's games, but you can still pick the rest of the weekend and Mondays. And if you're cooking anything this weekend, head on over to facebook.com/H2Q community and upload your recipes. I know I'll be there commenting, and if I cook, I know my dad's in town this weekend, so we're probably going to be barbecuing this weekend, so I'll share what I'm cooking. So
what are you, what's on the menu?
I don't know. I know we're doing crab legs for sure. He's been talking about that.
I'm
smoked?
Yeah. Well, that's what he's never tried smoked crab legs before, so he wants to try them. So
Frankie had a bunch of fresh tri-tips in his meat case. I picked up one yesterday. If you go by there and get a tri-tip and cook it for your dad, he's probably since he's out in California, he may never had your style tri-tip.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. We already did the spicy Thai steak sticks last night. I have a picture on my phone. I got to upload that.
Oh, they turn out good?
So good. Served them over rice with some broccoli, and I saved some of that marinade for the top of it. It was money.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, Shell, tell them where they can find us.
If you'd like to connect with Malcolm, it's HowToBBQRight on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and of course, YouTube. If you'd like to connect with me, it's Miss Southern Shell on Instagram and TikTok.
All right. Well, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us here today at How to Barbecue Right, and we will be back next week. Do it all again. We gone.